Hey, welcome to Eat Your Backyard, my YouTube channel where I talk about all kinds of edible landscaping, tropical ornamentals, and this is part of a series I call Walk and Talk. I just walk through my neighborhood and talk about things I notice in the way of landscaping, because there sure are a lot of cool things, in my opinion, to look at. Look at this. That's a natal plum, native to Africa, I discovered. Beautiful, for sure. Will produce lots of plums, and but rather thorny, so that's something to keep in mind if you decide to plant one. Japanese yew, just grown kind of as a giant shrub, which is very interesting. And then a hibiscus, a single hibiscus. Now, this is one way to go, and I call this just land of the giant shrubs, or just we have like shrubs, and then there's like probably like a house behind there. So I don't know. This wouldn't be my thing, is to go 100% gigantic shrubs, but it might be your thing. There's a cool looking croton, another gigantic croton. Pretty cool. We got some sponge plant, what I call sponge plant, growing there. Not really feeling it too much, to be honest. Oh, here we go. Giant lily. This is in the next door neighbor's house. Ooh, wow, you can smell these. Look at the size of these. You know what a lily is? This is like the king of all lilies. The white giant lily is absolutely huge. Now these are getting ready to throw some seeds, or drop some seeds. You can see them there. Seeds are even better. These seeds will very easily grow once they're done growing and they fall off. You can plant them, or pick them when they're big enough and plant them. So if I had a hunch to grow one, I might knock on that door and ask them if I could take a seed or two to grow. But they'll grow very easily. That's how you get a clump this size growing. Nice. Palm tree. Uh-oh. Look at this. I don't think we're going to be crossing through there with the camcorder. Let's go this way. Oh yeah. Soft tip agave. Oh, looks like it's even got some white flowers on it, which is always interesting to me because apparently they taste pretty good. Never actually tried them. I'd like to, but I'm not climbing up there to get one. There you go. Well, anyhow, they're tough to see, but there are some up there. And one way to tell if it's a soft-tipped or if it's the deadly Spanish bayonet is, first of all, the soft-tip gets much taller. Second of all, soft tips have soft tips. Now, if you do this with a Spanish bayonet, it's going through your thumb. You do this with soft pellets, which is why this is the preferable one to grow. Another thing is very easy to grow. See how this connects to the bark here? You end up taking a cutting right about there, just right even with the trunk. Plant that, it's going to grow pretty much every time, which is really cool. Here we go. Variegated Schefflera, dwarf Schefflera. I like that. I like it, a little bit more tightly trimmed. It wants to be trimmed. See how it's kind of stretching out there, getting sticky, growing sticks. I would tighten that up, and it's going to be real nice. Actually, like this one. See how they trimmed the heck out of it? And now it's a nice tight shrub. It actually wants to be trimmed like that, the dwarf Schefflera. But I like the dwarf Schefflera with that variegated next to the darker croton like this. Pretty common croton there, but really nice application. They all want to be trimmed a little bit more. The cocos palm, what I call the cocos palm bomb. This is a bomb waiting to happen. Again, what's the math? How many seeds are we looking to drop there? They're about the consistency of a marble or a nut. So once they fall, they're everywhere. Which is, if you're growing these cocos palms, they make great applications right on the curb like this. Look, not a very wide area, maybe 4 or 5 feet, 4 feet. They grow beautifully. They look awesome, almost like a coconut tree. But you just got to keep up on trimming those seed pods out, or you run into some frustrations of having to sweep up seeds. Oh boy, look what we have here. Not too shabby. That is a giant purple lily, which has a darker flower. Really well maintained. You see, when you keep the bottom trimmed like this, you can enjoy the structure of it. That's really the whole idea for me, is those leaves, the color against that house too. Against the color of the house, for me, look really nice. The contrast just sticks out, draws you in. They made some other good choices here too, which is that Song of India, Dracaena, which I like. A nice, more green, variegated Croton. And then right in front of it, that Dwarf Chevalier trimmed very nicely. They have some other nice little accents here, which are good. And again, love the palms along the curb. We alternating between Coco's palms and then the beautiful foxtail palm, which is, for me, the best choice. It could just be a little problematic in terms of keeping it fertilized and looking good. They tend to get kind of yellow, nutrient deficient if you don't do a good job keeping up on them. All right, so let's see. Try to get in the shade here. Yeah, some more interesting things. A cool kind of frangipani there you don't see around much. Behind it, a white one. But then the W&T, that purple plant in front of it. Another good one, really cold sensitive. And variegated hibiscus. And they're beautiful. Yeah, really well done. And I like that clumping palm on the corner too. Very good. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Oh yeah, that's kind of interesting. It's a smaller champagne bottle tree, getting ready to go. Just kind of starting to want to form up the bottle part, but that'll get wider and wider as you trim away. And that's kind of a weird choice for that one because it never really gets that tall. It's not a fast grower, really, so it's going to be kind of blocking that sidewalk. I might have chose something taller, but still interesting tree. Very cool. The elm tree. Yeah, here's when you let these elms grow tall. They want to go tall. They'll grow up very tall like this. I tend to prefer them trimmed down a little lower, but I think this is beautiful. The way they have the trunk just spreading out. That's a good climber for the kids with that beautiful laurel oak tree behind it. Not bad. Ooh, I like the shady part of the street. Look at this, growing some really cool bromeliads. Growing some potted plants too. Oh, there's the classic frangipani. Can't resist. Oh, in a pot. Nice. Oh, these bromeliads. That's pretty cool. You see the spiky spikes on the edge. You gotta be kind of careful of that. That can end up being a bad day. Another thing you want to understand is that every bromeliad is its own universe of mosquito pools. Every one of those is filled with water. So that's why I don't grow them. Because they just do produce a lot of mosquitoes, although they look really cool. And this is a beautiful, beautiful variety. Certainly is. Oh, that's an interesting succulent there. A lot of nice little accents here. They have a whole little succulent grove. Oh, wow. I found it. I finally located it. The crystal ball. If it wasn't so far back there, maybe I would try to see if I could get it to turn on. Oh, look at this. Cool. That purple ornamental grass. I love ornamental grasses. That's an area I want to get involved with for sure. And then the screw pine back in the shade, man. What a cool choice. That's a cool place to put it too. With these Bismarck palms and Coco's palms and sable palms all growing up in nice little stand-up palm trees. But that Bismarck palm is just a champ. Look at that thing. Whoa. God of palm trees. And then underneath it, quickly being overpowered, is the screw pine, which is cool right there actually. Very interesting. You know, that screw pine, one of the things I always look at is what are the roots doing at the base? That's what they're doing. It's kind of like a ficus, but way more uniform and interesting. And then here's an interesting one. This person seems to understand some basic concepts of landscaping because they put the Mexican petunia, which is pretty cool, in a pot. So now you can enjoy, that's a great idea. Now you can enjoy the Mexican petunia without it spreading out and infesting everything. It's got those cool purple flowers, but have it in a pot so it doesn't get away. Impressive. Here are the sago. Another beautiful sago with the Royal Poinciana overhead. Man, super cool. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, too bad I can't get it to focus. But the Royal Poinciana is wanting to start flowers. Certainly got some seed pods up there. Big seed pods. Pretty easy to grow from seeds, if you like that kind of thing. And the overhanging, oh, look at that. Little worm, a caterpillar. Interesting. Alright, well, hey, if you like videos like this, then go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Eat Your Backyard, growing in subscribership every day. And also, I really appreciate everybody watching. And this is part of a series I call just Walk and Talk. And if you like it, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and like this video. And thank you for watching Eat Your Backyard.